I am Jessicka Havok, and you are watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I am so excited to be sitting here with Jessicka Havok today.
Thanks for having
Hello.
me. Hello.
How are you?
Good. I'm great. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
Feeling pretty good, especially now that we're finally here doing this.
Yes.
So, no complaints.
Long time coming, I think.
Well, we are here at Pro Wrestling Revolver in Dayton, Ohio, where you will soon be facing Shotzi Blackheart. So, how are you feeling going into this matchup? She put out a little video where she was like, I don't know if Jessica is going to kill me tonight.
So, Shotzi Blackheart is someone that I just discovered on the indie scene, I want to say maybe a little over a year ago. Might not even be that long. And she stood out to me because she's like so random and crazy. And I like her a lot as a person as well. And in every match that I see her in, I feel that she's getting better and better. She's finally starting to break out and stuff like that. So when the opportunity came that like I could get a chance to not only wrestle her for the first time ever, but wrestle her at my home, Dayton, Ohio, at Pro Wrestling Revolver, I was like, let's do this. And she posted this video, which it made me laugh. Because she's known for her crazy promos that make no sense, and she's totally random. And I'm sure you watched it.
You're talking about Doo-Doo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just focused on the fact that she was going to beat the crap out of me. There was this talk of trifecta of crap, and that she was going to beat the crap out of me so badly that I was going to have to wash the skid marks out of my underwear for the rest of my life. And I just retaliated in a little promo to hype up the show today, and I was just like, Shotzi, there's just one little thing that I feel you need to know, and that's no one is supposed to wear one pair of underwear for their entire life. Like, just so you know, I change my underwear daily. I think you should probably do the same if you're not doing that. But but I don't know. It was a fun little promo. And it made me even more excited to get in the ring with her. I just think she's really cool. Just her character and her look and everything, too. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a really cool matchup. I'm stoked for it as well.
Yeah, thank you. I am, too.
Well, seeing that we are here in Ohio, you recently actually moved here with Sami Callihan.
Yes.
So I know you mentioned that Charlie's not enjoying the cold so much, but otherwise, it's been a good move.
He's actually starting to get a little more used to it, and we'll have days like today where it'll be randomly 60 degrees out, but it's a little rainy. That's okay. But yeah, and I'm from Ohio. I'm from Canton, Ohio. And I moved to Florida with Sami years ago when he got signed with WWE. And then after he asked for his release, we stayed there for another almost 2 years, I think. And then we're just like, you know what? Maybe we should just head back home and see what we could do here. And so far, it's been great. Since I've gotten back, like, I'm booked solid until like mid-April.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And our dog Charlie, that snow, he was like, oh no, I can't. I'm not gonna deal with this. But he's used to it now. But yeah, the move was good overall. The most stressful thing ever is to move or have to move, but we got through it and we're here and everything's good and I love my new house, so it's great.
You mentioned a few years back, which makes me want to bring up a photograph that you posted recently, which was a Throwback Thursday.
Yes.
Of you wearing a flannel. You had these cool little boots on. You just put, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was. So that picture, okay, so I've been wrestling, it'll be 15 years this coming September. And my first few years of wrestling, I would say probably first 5 years of wrestling, I went through a lot of transitions with my look and like, what do I want to do? I guess I should tan. I'm going to dye my hair this color. I guess I'll try this gear and all this shit. And then I was just like, this isn't me. Like I'm like, I wouldn't tan in real life to like feel better about myself. And like, I'm very like, I've always been like an alternative. Like if you want to put labels on shit, like everybody, like I was always the punk goth girl at school and all that stuff. So I was like, I'm going to just be an extension of myself, and I don't like tanning anyway. And like, so like that picture that I posted was like, it was like a photo shoot I did, but it was very like, even looking at that picture, I was like, I could tell that I wasn't even feeling that. Yeah. Like it was just like one of those just like real awkward, like, well, like what the fuck was I thinking? But I think that every wrestler that I know who's had any amount of success, pictures pop up once in a while. They're like, no, I did that. Like,
please don't resurface.
Please don't resurface.
What are some other fads that you think of, whether growing up in that punk phase or, well, I guess it wasn't a phase since.
My dad was hoping it was a phase, but yeah, like just. I've always, and I think it was because of my mom too, like I've always been into the alternative style music and stuff anyway. I remember we were the odd ones out in our neighborhood because my mom would be the one blasting as loud as she could Marilyn Manson, Pantera, Alice in Chains, all this, and like all the neighbor kids thinking that my mom was a legit witch because like she's tatted up, she's got this dark makeup, so I would say that she was a lot of my inspiration. Like my mom,
like it.
She's like the best woman I know. Like just even though my parents were married till I was 13, she was always a single mother. He was never around. She took care of me and my 2 brothers, and she made me who I am today, and I'm proud of that. But when I got in high school, I discovered, 9th grade, I discovered AFI, which is like, I was like, okay, this band is about to change my life, and I've literally been listening to them for 18 years. Davey Havok is inspiration for Jessicka Havok.
And your gear, like you've really incorporated into, because I love AFI as well. I've interviewed Davey, and it's just,
God.
like,
Isn't he
they're
the
such
nicest?
a good band.
I just met him on my 31st birthday last year in Cleveland, Ohio. I had my mom, Sammy, and both of my brothers. We all went to the AFI concert, and somebody hit Sammy up like, yo, we're friends with Davey. Maybe we can get your girl back there to like meet him and stuff like that. And I was like, this isn't fucking happening. Like, this is insane. And like, it was so surreal. Like when it happened, I just remember we were the only 2 that he agreed to meet at the whole show, and he was the nicest person ever. The first thing he said walking in the room, he's like, oh, happy birthday, it's so nice to meet you. And I was just like,
you're melting inside.
Oh my God, it's my muse. He has no idea, but I told him, I was like, you guys saved my life. You have no clue how much shit you got me through. Like, they're the nicest, most humble people ever.
Did you tell him about taking the last name and putting it into everything?
Nice. Well, apparently he already knew about it.
Okay. Because
his friend, Damien, told him. And he's like, it's so crazy, like, how AFI has, like, this cult following in wrestling, but they do. And, like, he was like, thank you so much for that namesake, that's really flattering. And I'm like, oh my God, he's talking to me about this. And I'm, like, trying to play it cool, and I'm talking to him. And then, of course, Sammy's standing there like, she's gonna freak out. And I'm like, why are you fucking, like, why? Stop. You're making me look like a loser in front of my muse. But, yeah, it was awesome.
How many times have you seen AFI live?
I want to say, so this past year I saw them twice. I have seen them a total of 9 times.
9 times?
Yes.
Wow.
I love them, obviously. I love them. I actually have an AFI scarf on. I got this off of, I live them, man. I got this off of a website, I can't remember, but it's like one of those secondhand, and this bitch sold this for $10. I was like, I don't think you know the gold that I just struck. Thank you.
Bitch doesn't know the gold.
Bitch don't know the gold. I'll pay you $10.
I have an AFI shirt that's now like a crop top on me because I've had it since I was about 6 or 7.
Yes.
It's like I still like breaking it out.
Yeah.
It's so nostalgic to me, but it's still present too because I love them still.
Yeah, and I like the other day I was counting all my AFI shirts and I was like, babe, guess how many shirts I have, AFI shirts I have? And he's like, how many? And I was like, 48. And he's like,
no.
I thought you were going to say like 12 or something. I'm like, no.
48?
48.
Wow.
I have problems.
I'm sure there aren't any bands quite on that level for you, but who are some people that come close?
So I obviously I love AFI and any side project that Davey Havok does. I don't know if you've checked out Dream Car yet.
Interview Dream Car.
It's amazing. Yeah. So Dream Car and Black Audio, Extremist. I love the Killers as well. I think they're great. The Cure is one of my favorite bands as well. And then I'll get into some guilty pleasures like LMFAO.
Really?
Because their songs cheer me up once in a while. Just a couple of songs I'm like pissed off, and then I'll just be like, yeah, I am sexy and I do know it. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I like a lot of the punk rock stuff. Like, and like horror pops and the Necromantics and stuff like that. Just, I don't know. I guess I have a broad spectrum of stuff I like to listen to. Mm-hmm. I'll listen to rap as long as it's not like just like garbage rap where it's, you know,
like mumble rap, or do you
yeah,
do you like the old school like gangster stuff? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, it here and there. Like, if it tells you anything, I have in my kitchen, I have a Snoop Dogg and Tupac poster hanging up.
Okay.
And it's like just a candid picture. It's like not even like, and they're just standing there like, yeah. I'm like, yes, like, so yeah, like I can get into some of that stuff, but yeah, I think I like no country music though. I'm sorry.
Out the door.
Out the door.
Okay.
No.
Well, I have to say congratulations on the partnership that you now have with Twitch.
Thank you.
I love watching these live streams because you go at it. Like you
Oh shit, you watch them? Oh.
Yeah. You're a serious gamer. You will scream at the screen. Like that's how I am when I play stuff, but you play a lot of like horror survival games.
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm like the Mario Kart type where I'm still screaming at it. So for you, have you always been that way playing video games? Just like super intense?
Yeah. Me and both of my brothers are like that. We've been playing video games since we were legit like in elementary school. Like my mom she made sure that we had all the consoles, all the video games and stuff. And like the series that stood out the most to me was Resident Evil and Tomb Raider. Those are my two go-tos. And it's funny that you bring up the survival horror stuff because my brother just became affiliate on Twitch super quickly, and he's like, oh, I have you to thank for it because you told all your friends to follow me and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but you got, like, I'm a big believer in, like, no matter who you are, just building your own brand and your own community and stuff. And, like, I'm like, while I helped you with that stuff, do your shit. Like, do your own thing, you know, and have fun. But I was watching him play Resident Evil, and I was like, man, I want to go back and just go play through all of them now. So I've been playing Resident Evil 0, and I'm like, I don't fucking remember this. What the? I will rage fit. I've only rage quit once on stream though. Like, and
I've heard you like squeal. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. Like I get pretty. And then sometimes I just get straight up scared. Like it'll be like a
the jump scare
stuff. Like I'm like, oh, sorry guys. But yeah, I
beauty
get
of
live
live streaming. You're in it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you kind of have a game plan as far as survival goes if it does come to that apocalypse? I mean, being so into those types of games?
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, my friends have said that before and friends have joked, like, yeah, if that shit ever goes down, I'm heading straight to your house. Fun fact about the Callihan Havok household. We own several machetes, some of which are hanging in various areas of walls in the house. I have weapons of, you know, blunt objects, stabby things, whatever, throughout the entire house, because you never know. You never know when that shit could go down. So, if I have to wake up and I realize, oh shit, there's a zombie, here's a machete, cool.
You're ready.
I'm ready. It started off as kind of a joke, and I guess we can kind of play it off like a joke, but it's a little bit of being prepared as well.
So you actually got these things with that in mind, or were you just into collecting for a while?
I was into collecting, but then too, and I used to be in what actually started the whole machete thing too was actually Allison Kay, or you might know her as Sienna, for anybody who didn't know her before Impact or anybody who's going to watch this. But like, me, Allison Kay, and Sassy Stephanie, we were all in a group called the Midwest Militia. And we brought actual real machetes to the ring. And now we're like, I don't know, this is like my 5th, 6th year in. We were known as the most controversial group in wrestling. For that, they made that award for us. And I was like, wait, what? But it was just because of the shit that we would say in our promos. And like, we would say whatever. We would talk shit about whoever. A lot of our promos were very confessional style. Like, okay, let me tell you about this bitch that's gonna die this week. And like, we would always bring like real machetes to the ring and stuff. And then I was just like, and then fans would like, oh, I bought you this machete. And I'm like, that's really fucking cool and crazy that you could just go buy machetes, I guess, whatever. But they're giving them to me. So then I was just like, you know, this would come in handy if the zombie apocalypse ever happened. Because it could happen. You guys, it's not. You could
just line your door with them, like your front door, and they'll slice through like a.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. See, you got a little bit of a
little bit in me.
Yeah, survival instinct in you. I like it.
Well, let's wrap things up. I do want to bring it to the fans. Is there anything you want to say to everyone viewing? Just parting words.
I guess I would like to say Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the
Thank
show.
you.
And I heard that there were lots of you that were requesting that she interview me, so I thank you for that. And especially through the last few years, I went through a lot of shit that really tore me down, and I went through a really bad depression and stuff like that, and I finally pulled myself out of it. And a lot of that has to do with those of you who are supportive. So wrestling has broken my heart a million times over. And if it weren't for you fans, I legit wouldn't still be here loving this and doing what I do. So wrestling is my creative output to showcase what I can do in the ring and what I've been doing for the last 15 years. And just with my character and standing out, and for you guys to all support whatever I do, no matter what you read on the internet, what what people say about me, how a person looks like, and stuff like that. Like, it's really cool to have that fan base to rely on, to know that no matter what kind of shit is being said from this troll over here or behind the keyboard, you guys always got my back, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
I want to say thank you for standing out. As somebody who, I'm being so honest. I mean, I obviously knew about you before, even interviewing Callihan so many times on the site, and you're just awesome. Like, thank you for being badass.
I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Of course.
That was so nice.
Of course.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.